Welcome to part 2 of Sonic Adventure 2, where we're now going on to the third of the hero characters. And yeah, it's Tails. And I'm gonna say his gameplay in this, it's not bad, but it's a bit plain.
Is this when you got... Oh.
Just ignore. Don't give him any attention.
I love it when them stealth puns just sort of work. You don't clock on till a minute later.
But the thing is, though, it's true.
It's fun enough, but I wouldn't want to play 3 or 4 of these levels in a row.
Eggman's ones are better.
This is when his gameplay got worse, isn't it? And he had to be in a mech on a plane, didn't he?
He's just shooting.
Yeah. Should have kept the gameplay from SA1.
Yeah, I don't understand that kind of change. I think it was probably just a time thing. They just didn't want to have to make another style of gameplay, so they just copied Eggman's.
Oh yeah, that's a bit plain. Oh.
My God.
3 weeks later. What's bad is I'm almost certain I've used that same pun in a playthrough before.
You should expect Harry to do awful puns by now, Joe.
Yeah, I bring you here for punishment, eh?
Never expect anything good.
Yeah. But
you're only going to be disappointed.
Yeah, that boss was piss easy, wasn't it? You got the kind of lock-on shots, but it's easier just to go up close to him and use the close range thing. Just does more damage to him overall. And I bet that water texture looked amazing in 2001.
This time I'll let you go, but the next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
That was so threatening, not. So this is the kind of contrast between the tone in SA1 and SA2, because if you remember, towards the end of Tails' story, they made him out to be terrifying, Eggman, didn't they?
Yeah. It's got more of a... Dean Bristow has more of an intimidating voice than Mark Pollock, but I think Mark Pollock pulls it off very, very well, and the way he actually does it.
It is still Dean Bristow voicing him in this game, but...
I thought we learnt from SA1 that Tails fantasises about being a hero, and that those events never actually happen.
Yeah, I know.
Although, actually, this game does reference that later on, that particular fight, so...
Damn it.
So there's a possibility that they just screwed up and don't know what's canon anymore, but,
You mean like the rest of Sonic?
Yeah, to be fair, if you try to sort through Sonic and decide what's canon and what's not, it's a mess. I think so far, at least the current timeline, the only stuff that we know for sure are Colours, Generations and Lost World, don't they? How the adventure stuff comes into that, whether that was rebooted or not, I ain't got a clue.
Apparently 06 did exist, even though they shouldn't remember it, yet it appeared in Generations.
Yeah, 06 in itself was conceived as a reboot, but then it sort of ended up not being one.
Yeah, people just wanted to forget that, unfortunately, so did the game.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you lead in whether Sonic 06 is in any relation to Unleashed, because that's in terms of release, that's the game that came next, isn't it? So, but Unleashed is just its own thing, not related to anything else. But then that's referenced in Gens. I think Sonic's model's wearing that thing that Chip gave him.
Jesus Christ, it's more confusing than the whole story or timeline.
Pretty much.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now they're trying to fix things with Boom, sort of.
We'll just reboot it again.
But the thing is...
Well, it's a parallel universe, essentially, but still.
Have you noticed with the whole story, it hugely contradicts itself and where it goes down further in the timeline?
I haven't even tried to understand the Zelda.
I didn't even think there was a timeline for Zelda until I heard about it.
Well, there's multiple timelines.
I just thought of Zelda as a game where it's there's no connection between them, just crap out a new game with a different story.
I think there's different links that...
There is.
Do they coexist?
Apparently with the endings.
Yeah, do they coexist? Because I think...
Well, some's in... I think it's to do with time, because I think with... I can't go too much into it because it is confusing, but some are incarnations down the time, descendants. Some are completely different, and some are just basically original the character clones.
See, what I don't get is isn't the Zelda 1 Link meant to be like the A Link to the Past Link? Like they're...
No, well, Zelda 1, ironically, that Link is the newest Link. Whereas they say that the Link to the Past one is the newest one, which it isn't, because the oldest game is the newest Link incarnation of Link.
What?
I know, it sounds like a mindfuck, but...
It is.
Yeah, but like there's...
Link to the Past just comes before that Link, so...
So, the A Link Between Worlds Link, like I've always assumed that wasn't like in the same timeline as A Link to the Past, but it's like a kind of retelling of The Link to the Past.
A Link to the Past is sort of like the guy from A Link to the Past is the ancestor from A Link Between Worlds. I mean, so A Link Between Worlds is the second newest Link, and the newest Link is the Link who was in the oldest game, which was Zelda 1.
My fucking brain hurts.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Harry, isn't that cell meant to have somewhat of dark history?
Well, yeah, you see when it goes back to the shot of Sonic, but like there's writings on the wall here which are kind of foreshadowing something we'll learn more about in the last story, but...
It's got a dark history. Might as well lighten up the situation then.
Yeah, I like that you've started doing this now. So.
It just comes occasionally.
Will you marry me?
They look kind of like the ramblings of an insane person, with that writing on the wall, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so fucking bleeding honest with that. Like, will you marry me? Like, she just comes out with it.
Yeah, I think they're kind of toning down general flirtatious nature towards Sonic in Boom, aren't they?
I don't know. They're trying to portray as the femme fatale who can do what she wants, sort of thing.
And then in the 3DS one, she gets kidnapped. Well done, guys. You really went back on your own attempt there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Nobody messes with my Amy. Oh, and by the way, she gets kidnapped.
Yeah. Like, you go from this strong, independent woman into Princess Peach. Well done.
I like this level.
I love this level. And this is probably like the best run I've ever done this level in like a decade. And we'll see why later on, but
You get the rocket then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that this isn't one that would be to my advantage because I've still got to get the power up.
I just about managed to get S rank on this level.
There aren't any S ranks in this game, you tit.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
A rank, whatever, I forgot.
Yeah, A rank.
A rank then.
This is the hardest level to A rank, I think, because they're really stingy with the rings and things, and especially towards the end, you've got a really tight time that you've got to meet. So
I like the jets flying about and shooting stuff.
Yeah, it gives you the right military base vibe, doesn't it?
Is that Michael Bay in there?
Not nearly enough.
It's like a Michael Bay
Isn't
kind of
it?
looking
we'll
environment.
Now, we'll get to the Michael Bay level when we come back here as Eggman.
And yet again, Sega gives me the ability to question why would somewhere like a military base build everything to be like just an area for Sonic to run.
Yeah,
it's
like,
very convenient.
yeah, that's the whole world though. Like, you think places like Radical Highway and that, like, how do normal people even drive to work? But this is, I've got like really jammy here because I've got the speed up right before this section. So.
This gives me an impression of an oil rig mixed with a weapons factory.
That seems like such a safe combination.
It's
Just in time.
Yeah.
I remember the amount of times I reset the level just to do that.
Are you catching the
Yeah.
I must do a perfect run?
To justify that, it's like an oil rig because they're collecting the oil for the rocket.
Yeah. I'm not too keen on the way the music just suddenly changes. I know what they're going for. They're trying to like give a speed up sort of vibe, but it just seems a little bit jarring to me. That might just be
Fair
me.
enough.
But yeah. I don't actually think I got the A rank here, just because I'm not sure what the exact stipulation is for the score you have to get, but you know. I got an A rank the other day when I was playing this, just like complete on the whim, like complete luck.
B rank.
Yeah.
Too easy. Peace.
Well, I can still be proud of that, so
That couldn't be any more better.
grammatically incorrect, but still. I love this scene. This is one of the scenes I instantly think of when I think of this game.
Fake hair child.
Went
feet.
from military base to forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're comparing yourself to
Well,
me.
got there. He's got to go fast, right? He has to
Yeah.
get there quick.
Yeah. Om nom nom. There's actually a glitch you can do in this fight, which I didn't think to show off here, which if you just lightly tap the attack button, then like Sonic goes into a kind of start of a somersault, but it doesn't finish it, so all that happens is Shadow jumps at you.
Shadow's under the shade of that tree. I guess you could say Shadow's under the shadow.
Yeah. But like
Shadowception.
yeah. But what happens there is like you part way through a somersault, but it doesn't register you finishing the somersault, so it's just like Shadow walks into you and takes hits. Which is just amazing to watch. Someone's put a video online of it, just them doing it in the HD version. It's great.
I assume you can do the same with Shadow, though.
I think so, yeah.
I encountered the glitch on this when I was playing on the racing, and I just got stuck and I couldn't move. And I was playing against Chris, and Chris had to barge into me to get me to move.
The multiplayer in this game, it is a lot of fun, but it's kind of bad at the same time. Eh? Like,
Yeah.
But the one I love is, there's that grind rail race. It's basically who can not die off.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, the grind rail race, you can just press, what's it?
Just hold B to win.
Yeah, you can just knock people off the rails all the time by using, what's it, the M-walls or whatever.
Yeah, I think that multiplayer is so unbalanced, isn't it? Like, poor sod playing as Metal Sonic, they can't do any of the kind of attacks against each other. But what do we think of Green Forest?
I like it. I like the green, like you said, it's Green Forest, but the colour blends in very well.
Yeah, it's like a very kind of uniformed green,
Yeah.
isn't
It
it?
does look very nice. It does give me the feeling that I'm running around in a giant forest,
Yeah.
which is,
Because
of course,
I get the impression is, because there's not a lot of brightness in it, that's quite enclosed in this forest.
Yeah, it's more kind of closed off jungle than the traditional forest,
Yeah.
but they didn't want to give two levels the same name. And here's an item that a lot of people tend to miss that I notice when they play it.
Well, I miss the Magic Cam ones where you have to go through in Sea Escape.
Yeah, magic hands are useless though, aren't they?
You only use them once.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in that moment there, but there's literally no reason to bother getting that.
Mm.
But yeah, basically this is the light attack thing that we add in SA1,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
can-
just useless here basically.
Yeah, you can easily miss the items first time.
Well, some of them you can. Some of them are mandatory, so they just like stick them right in your way. But
Yeah, but they were because there's a few I had to look up.
yeah, I think the ones that you don't tend to see are the Mystic Melody ones that you kind of need for the Find the Lost Chow missions in Stage Select,
Yeah,
which I've never bothered 100% in this game legitimately because there's so much you have to do to get the 100% ending, and that's like getting A rank on every mission of every stage.
So long doing that.
Yeah, there are people that've done it legitimately, and well done to them. But yeah.
I think I've got about 8 out of 12 achievements. I've done all the stories, all the Chow stuff, but I haven't done A ranks and all that. Just the
I
odd
can't even
bits.
be bothered with the Chow stuff.
I never did the
I just
Chow
did
Garden.
that just to get the achievement.
Oh,
and
I've
then left
spent
it.
so many hours of my life on the Chow Garden alone.
Why?
Well, it's just
I know it's probably quite good, but...
I couldn't be bothered.
bothered.
yeah, same.
You know, one of the people who's been doing competitive chow racing in the past. That's Masaru
Yeah.
Sakurai.
Yeah.
There's videos out of him in competitive chow racing tournaments. I love that guy. You know?
Yeah, I've just basically done it for the achievements.
Yeah. No, I love the chow system in this game, although I don't think it'd be necessary to bring it back at all. I know there's loads of people who want a chow garden back, but I don't think it's necessary at this point in time.
It's just like some weird version of Tamagotchis or something, I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious as fuck when you can throw them though. And you have to do that to make them evil.
Well,
Like-
no, you don't. You can also be friendly to them with dark
oh
characters.
yeah. But if you're a light character, you have to be a dick to them to get them back.
Plus, you
Yeah.
find out that Eggman's the fastest of them.
Yeah. Yo. Yosh. Yeah, they didn't bother translating the Japanese lines for Eggman in that, so it's just like he's petting the cow and he's going Yosh. Yosh. I love it.